With the NBA season approaching, teams are starting to take form, and we're already assessing which players are going to take leaps forward in their development. In this video, we're going to predict which players are going to win the major NBA awards this season. There are a few things that need to be considered when predicting awards. First off, which players have the talent to make them more deserving of the award? Barring injury, you'd think talent would be the biggest factor, but that's actually far from the truth. Other things that need to be considered are team, role, playing style, and likability. In order to win an NBA award, you can't just perform well, you need to do something that stands out. And in order to stand out, your team and coaching staff need to put you in a position that allows you to outperform your peers. On top of that, it's very likely that award winners will play on playoff teams. Whether that's fair or not, history insists that very few major award winners play for non-playoff teams. So with that being said, let's get right into it. First up, we're going to predict the Most Improved Player award, and our bet is that it goes to Chicago Bulls' newest star, Josh Giddey. It feels like Giddey's been in the league longer than he actually has. Well, to us at least. When Giddey was drafted by Oklahoma City, the team was in full-blown rebuild, and Giddey was immediately submitted into the starting lineup. Since then, Giddey's seen his team improve. His role gets changed constantly and has even been blasted by the public for some speculation regarding off-court conduct. It's hard to believe that Giddey just turned 22 years old. And this year with Chicago, he'll get his first opportunity to be the star of his team. The Bulls traded for Giddey after he fell out of favor in Oklahoma City because the backcourt was dominated by SGA and Jalen Williams. Giddey's not at his best as an off-ball player, but instead loves to handle the rock and contribute as a primary facilitator on offense. He has tons of talent, great size, and an elite craftiness. Giddey's one of the few players in the league that's a threat to put up a triple-double every single time he's on the court, and we think his numbers will skyrocket this season en route to a Most Improved Player trophy. Next up, let's look at who we think will win the Sixth Man of the Year trophy. If recent history's any indication, this one's going to be a player on a playoff team. And our bet is that Jonathan Isaac of the Orlando Magic takes home the trophy if he remains healthy this season. Last season, Isaac was eased back in after missing almost 3 seasons rehabbing an ACL injury. Still, in less than 16 minutes per game, Isaac was so impactful that he finished 9th in league voting for the award in 2024. The Magic rewarded him with a hefty contract extension, and you can bet that as long as he's healthy, Isaac will see an uptick in minutes this upcoming year. For those that don't know, Isaac's one of the most feared defenders in the entire league. He blocks shots, steals the ball, and cleans the offensive glass at an elite level. At 6'10", he can guard any and every position on the court and is the exact type of energy piece that every team dreams of having come off the bench. Since Ranchero and Wagner are locked into starting roles with Orlando, Isaac is all but certain to come off the bench, and if he can continue to shoot the three-pointer as consistently as he did last season, Isaac could very well earn his first piece of NBA's hardware at the end of the season. In terms of Rookie of the Year winner, it's a particularly tough year to predict. There are a handful of guys that could conceivably win it, but our bet is that it goes to Memphis Grizzlies rookie Zack Edy. Do we think that Edy is going to have the best career of his class? No, we certainly don't. But at 7'4" and with 4 years of college experience, he comes in with more years of development than most of his peers and a role waiting for him on one of the NBA's better teams. The Grizzlies have struggled with injuries and inconsistency in the interior and are all in on Edy to be the solution to their problems. Last year, he was the best player in the NCAA. And if he gets the minutes we think he'll get in Memphis, he's likely to be a double-double threat in points and rebounds. If Edy finishes top 10 in rebounding this season and Memphis returns to the playoffs, that might be enough to win him the award in a relatively weak year for rookies. As for Coach of the Year, our bet is that it goes to Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla. The truth is that Mazzulla was shafted after he wasn't even nominated for the award last season, despite leading the Celtics to the best record in the league. Mazzulla consistently gives the Celtics a great opportunity to win. They rank among the best teams on both ends of the floor and play in complete unison with one another. If the Celtics once again put up the best record in the NBA, it'd be hard not to give Mazzulla the award in our opinion. The Defensive Player of the Year award is the easiest bet in our opinion. Barring injury, we think it's almost certainly going to be Victor Wembanyama. The truth is, he probably should have won it last season when it went to Rudy Gobert. Wemby's already a defensive juggernaut who's likely to develop into the best shot blocker in NBA history. crazy that we can say that with so much confidence about a player with only 1 year of NBA experience, but Wembanyama is nothing short of special. Last season, after the All-Star break, Wembanyama averaged a ridiculous 4.5 blocks per game. If Wembanyama averages 4 blocks per game next season, he's all but certain to win Defensive Player of the Year. If there's one thing working against him, it's that only once in league history has the Defensive Player of the Year award gone to a player on a non-playoff team. Does that mean that Wemby's going to make it too? Or does that stat just bode really well for the Spurs to make the playoffs next season? Watch out. Last but not least, we have the MVP award, and our prediction is that it goes to Luka Doncic for the first time of his career. We just don't see it going to Jokic again for the 4th time. The only players to win 4 or more MVPs in their career are Kareem, MJ, Bill Russell, LeBron, and Wilt Chamberlain. If Jokic wins it again, it would put him above Bird, Magic, and Moses Malone. We just don't see the league giving Jokic that type of credit very easily. Beyond that, we truly think Doncic is the best player in the league right now. He might not be as incredibly efficient on the floor as Jokic is, but his totals are off the charts. No one in the league posts stat lines like Luka. Last year, the Slovenian stud won his first scoring title by putting up nearly 34 points per game. He did that while adding 9.2 rebounds and 9.8 assists per game. He improved his three-point accuracy to over 38%, which was much higher than Jokic's average while shooting at a much higher volume. He's the highest usage player in the league, and the Mavs are clearly on the up and up after going to the NBA Finals last season. At age 25, Doncic might not just be the best player in the league. When it's all said and done, we'll likely be talking about him as one of the greatest players of all time. But we want to know what you guys think. Who do you predict will win the NBA awards this season? Let us know in the comments section, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more sports news and insights. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.